Can I just ask you, just going back to the shareholders piece, and we're talking about shareholders exiting at this point in the contract, that's correct?
Well, we're at a point in time where the risks are clear, and actually it's an appropriate time then to look for our long-term partners in terms of moving forward.
So there are some shareholders exiting now and you're looking for new partners?
I would expect some point in the next 12 months that some shareholders will exit, correct.
And do you have a sense of the proportion in terms of value, or?
I don't. It's too early to give any indication at this stage.
But it's fair to say that you expect some to leave and that you're in the market for new shareholders.
Correct.
As it were. Okay. Can I ask, is that a conversation that's been formally had with the department? Is it a conversation that's required to be had with the department contractually? What's the status of that?
It's a requirement that we have with the department when we're seeking change of control. Or sorry, not change of shareholder or change of control. There's a number of mechanisms within the contract where we need ministerial consent.
And just checking, it is a change of shareholders, not a change of control?
It's change of shareholder, but that's just one of them. So there's a number of change of shareholder, change of control. All of those different requests require ministerial consent.
Okay, so have you begun that process?
There's nothing to ask at this point.
Okay.
We're just essentially assessing.
I'm sorry, I don't know the details of the contract.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, for example, if you have to indicate that this is your expectation or that you're engaged in a process.
No, it's literally when we go to seek approval, we have to bring the details to the department.
So having gone through a process of finding new shareholders, so you then get ministerial consent for saying, okay, what are the implications? And I mean, this sits very much against our conversation earlier about the return, the 12% and so on, but just what are the implications, if any, of being unable to replace shareholders that are exiting?
I suppose there isn't. I mean, the shareholders are contractually bound. If I break down some of the shareholders, and we take Oak Hill has been an investor in Ireland for many years, certainly at scale, telecoms and the aviation sector in Ireland. Their typical funds can range from anything from 3 to 7 years. So it's just what we've assessed is based on the risks and understanding of the programme. Actually, it's the right time to actually assess, can we bring in long-term partners aligned with our existing long-term partners.
You're saying the risk picture has become clearer.
Correct.
So the risk is
reduced.
Reduced.
Correct.
So you're attracting new investors based on a lower risk, long-term capital.
Correct.
Based on
correct. And to be fair, when you look at infrastructure funds, insurance funds, or pension funds, it's all about risk. It's all about what are the risks in terms of and they're in for the long haul. What is the risk in a project at this point in time, looking forward?
So what's the offer then to them in terms of an interest rate, in terms of a return? Presumably it's different to the 12.
I mean, effectively, they step into the exact same contractual situation as the exiting shareholder. So the shareholder loans, nothing changes. They're replacing the exiting shareholder. From a contractual perspective, nothing changes.
So they come in at a lower risk profile, but they get the same
return
as when it was perceived to be, and we have had a discussion about that, a higher risk profile.
So right now they've got more. I suppose if you think about it like this, they have more certainty on that return. They've more certainty on that.
No,
return.
I get it. I just what I'm struggling with is why okay, fair enough. That's okay.
Deputy Dillon, have you a question?
Yeah.